Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Mr. Kovalt and in this video I'm going to be going over percentage and percentage calculations. So let's get into this. So first you need to know what a percentage is. A percentage is where you take part of something like part of a mass or part of a volume or part of something you're measuring and you divide it by the whole and multiply by 100. Percent means per 100. That's what the cent means is 100. So per 100 or out of 100. So whenever you are doing a percentage, you have to multiply by 100 because when you do part over whole, you're getting a fraction and you want to convert that fraction to out of 100. So that's why you multiply by 100 after doing your part divided by the whole. And so once you got a percentage, you can then use that percentage to do conversions. Okay, so there's a couple of different kinds of percentages that are popular. One of the most popular kind of percentages is the percentage by mass. So normally when you hear of like a percent of something, usually it's percent by mass, especially if it's in chemistry, we're measuring masses a lot. So whenever there's a percentage, usually it's assumed to be percent by mass unless told otherwise. Another one is percent by volume. And so the point here is that if you have percent by mass, then the measurements are in mass units. And it doesn't matter what the unit is as long as the units are the same. So here you've got an X amount of something. So if you've got X percent by mass, then let's say that's like 5% by mass, then that means that you have 5 of any unit of mass, right? It could be grams, it could be pounds, it could be kilograms, whatever this is, as long as it's a mass unit. So whatever X is, that's going to be determined by your percentage. So then you've got X number of mass units divided by 100 of the same mass unit. So if you're using grams up here, then you're using grams down here, then you multiply by 100. If it's percent by volume, same idea. The only difference is that you're using volume units. And so the volume units would be the same. So if I have 10% by volume, then I got 10 of any volume unit. That could be milliliters, it could be liters, it could be meters cubed, centimeters cubed, whatever you are using, as long as it's the same unit on the bottom. So if you've got an X percent or like say 10% by volume, that means you have 10 of any volume unit divided by or out of 100 of that same unit multiplied by 100. Okay. Um, so that's what percent means. And actually, you don't even need the 100 here. So we could actually erase this, right? That would actually be redundant. So here, the percent mass, if you're given a percent mass, you can actually make it into a fraction out of 100 because that's what percent means. So if I have 10% by mass, that means that I have 10 of a mass unit divided by or out of 100 of that same mass unit. That's what percent means. If I have percent by volume, if it was 10% by volume, then it would be 10 of that volume unit out of 100. So you can be given information and calculate the percentage by using this formula where if you know the mass, for example, the part, and then you know the whole mass, you can take the part of the mass, divide it by the whole mass, multiply by 100, and that'll give you the percentage. If you are given the percentage, you can convert that into a fraction out of 100, which then you can use as a conversion factor later, right? So if I am given a percentage, so let's use this as an example here. So let's say I'm given 3.2% by volume of your blood, the blood that's circulating through your body, 3.2% of that volume goes to your brain, right? So what does that mean? So if I'm given 3.2% by volume of the blood in my body goes to my brain, I can write that as a fraction out of 100, which then I can use as a conversion factor. So here, I could choose whatever unit I want. And that's the beauty of this, is that I can choose a unit that's convenient for me to use according to what they're giving me in the problem. So if they're giving me liters in the problem, then I can say, hey, 3.2 liters of blood to the brain out of 100 liters of blood total. So out of 100 liters of the total blood that circulates in my body, right? That means that 3.2 liters of that blood goes to my brain, right? Or if maybe milliliters is more convenient. So then I could do 3.2 milliliters of blood to my brain out of 100 milliliters of total blood in my body. So out of 100 milliliters of the blood in my body, 3.2 milliliters goes to my brain, and so on. I could do quarts, I could do gallons, whatever, right? So as long as I use the same unit, I can use this as a conversion factor to convert between different units, or I'm sorry, not different units, but um, uh, different things that I want to convert to. Here I could go from total blood in the body to blood that goes to the brain. So I can make that conversion. So I hope this is helpful. If this made sense, if this was helpful in any way, if you enjoyed this video, then please like the video, hit that like button, share the video with your friends, hit that notification bell, subscribe to my channel. When you hit that notification bell, make sure that you hit all, so that way you can be notified by all the videos I put out. And finally, put a comment down below in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. Ask me questions. I love to answer questions. Thanks for joining me, and have a great day.